What's up, trainers? It's Moose Punk here, coming correct, bringing you just about the best idea I've ever had related to Pokemon Go. Now, before I tell you what it is, just do me a huge favor. If you agree, if you want to see this implemented, please blow this video up. Niantic is actually pretty awesome at catering to the request of us trainers. So if you think this is a really good idea, just make sure to blow this video up, have it go viral, and have it be seen. And if Niantic sees it, or someone else sees it, there is a very good chance this will actually happen. So without any further ado, the idea is to have indoor facilities to play Pokemon Go. Now, this is an amazing, revolutionary idea. And before you judge too quickly and make your own decisions, let me present to you in a brief way my idea about how I'm envisioning this to work and who it could benefit. Because realistically, this is a benefit to just about everyone, but especially kind of the less fortunate. So let me get into it. So I had this idea of indoor facilities to play Pokemon Go. Now, a lot of you, the first kind of criticism would be, well, Pokemon Go is about traveling, it's about actually going outside, exploring new places, so an indoor facility doesn't make any sense. But actually it does. And if you guys think back to the main series, obviously, in addition to traveling around the different regions, trainers would visit, guess what? Pokemon gyms and Pokemon centers to heal their Pokemon, to train, to earn special badges, and so forth. So similarly, I really think that we need these indoor facilities to exist in Pokemon Go. Now, my vision is combining two things, and I'll go into further detail about each of these two things. But basically, to combine the idea of Pokemon Go Fest and to combine these indoor facilities for kids to play at. So basically, let's talk about the second one first. So the first part of my idea came from taking my son here, baby Michael, to facilities like this. Now this is called Kids Yard. It's like an indoor playground for kids. And so as you trainers can see all around me, this is basically just an empty warehouse. And all around there's like these climbing walls, there's these inflatables, mats, basically just a ton of little areas for kids to play on. And so I thought, wow, what if this was actually a facility where you could come to play Pokemon Go, and it would be combined with something like Go Fest, where it would feature all the environments and stuff like that. So let me just pan around so you guys can get a better look. But this is part one of my idea of combining a facility just like this. So there you have it. That is the first idea that I thought of combining. These warehouse places that are basically empty warehouses that have all these little things set up for kids. They charge a daily admission fee, which is pretty small, and then the kids can go there to play around. So this is similarly what I'm thinking. These big empty warehouses for players to go and play Pokemon Go. Now, the second part of my idea comes from combining it with Pokemon Go Fest. Now, if you trainers are not familiar with what Pokemon Go Fest was all about, I was there, I made a video, so make sure to check that out and you'll get a really good sense of what I'm talking about. But if you do know, then basically Pokemon Go Fest showed me how much control Niantic actually has over the game. I mean, they can do whatever they really want. So the way that Pokemon Go Fest worked is you went to Pokemon Go Fest, and none of the gyms or anything would light up unless you had a special QR code. So then you scan that QR code with the app, and that basically unlocked the event for you. And it unlocked the event only for one day. So Pokemon Go Fest this time around, 2018, was a 2-day event, but you could only participate in a single day. Furthermore, you know, Niantic was very controlling about what would spawn in the area, and so forth. And so that just shows me that how much control Niantic can have over these places. So similarly, these indoor warehouses would have a similar unlock feature where you would go there, you would pay your daily admission fee or hourly or however their structure ends up being, and that basically unlocks the facility for you for however long you paid for. Now, the next question is, what would these empty warehouses contain? Why would players want to go there to play Pokemon Go? Well, similarly to Pokemon Go Fest, I'm envisioning that they would have different environments set up, have, you know, it could even be really similar, but it should mimic the different Pokemon types. So obviously there could be a fairy Pokemon section decorated in pink. There could be an ice type environment decorated in snow and so forth. So as I'm talking here, I'll show you a little bit of Pokemon Go Fest and how they had some of these different environments set up. But number one benefit of indoor warehouses like this would be that you would have an awesome chance to take some beautiful AR photos. And you know, financially for investors, I think that investors would really benefit from this because it's basically an empty warehouse. It shouldn't cost that much money to set up some environments like that for AR plus photos, and then you're done. And then basically you just charge people admission, and the profits would probably be outrageous on something like that. Now, who could this benefit from? Mainly, I think this would benefit trainers that are disabled. Some trainers are less fortunate, and especially those that are bound by a wheelchair or have some physical, you know, handicaps that prevent them from going out and playing in the real world like most of us trainers are able to do. So, you know, I think that's sort of an unfair advantage that we trainers that are, you know, able-bodied have. So the first and foremost, these indoor facilities would be perfect for trainers with disabilities because they should all be wheelchair accessible and structured in a way that people with physical or mental, obviously too, disabilities could participate in. So that is the first and foremost benefit. And then the other group of people this could really benefit is the working class, because realistically, most people have to work, and most people work from 9 to 5. Now imagine this, you go to work from 9 to 5, you get home, you have about an hour commute with traffic, and that's being pretty reasonable. So then you get home and it's already 6 o'clock, and then you want to eat something, you make yourself a quick meal, you eat, you relax a bit. Guess what? Raids are over, so you cannot play Pokemon Go that day at all. Now, if there was a facility that these working class people can go to and play for even an hour a day, but they could really maximize their efforts, I mean, that would be fantastic. And that would, I think, get a lot of players back into the game, because I think a lot of players are discouraged when they can't play throughout the week, and then it just sort of becomes like a, forget this. But I think that the attraction of Pokemon Go is that, you know, that daily play, the daily taking over gyms, the daily raids, you know, spinning your stops, you're getting your 7-day streaks. I think that's what keeps a lot of players in this game. So the working class, I think, would really benefit from it. You know, not to mention that a lot of trainers are getting into this game, they're new, and they just want to, you know, meet up with people. So what better place to go meet up with people than in a Pokemon Go indoor facility where you can go, you can meet up with people. Now, I'm sure a lot of people will still travel, especially people who live in more rural communities. They would travel to facilities like this to go play. Now, the structure, I'm thinking, would be super simple. So basically it would be like a huge empty warehouse, and then you can have sort of an outside circle of stops where you would just simply go to collect, to spin, and get items from, and gifts, and so forth. And then in the middle, there would be, depending on the size of the facility, but maybe 2 or 3 gyms that you can battle. Now, as I mentioned, Niantic ultimately has all the control they want over this. So you can have like weekly legendary raid bosses switched out within this. You can maybe have like a shiny week where for that 1 week at that facility, the shiny rates would be boosted. I mean, the possibilities are endless. I'm just sort of trying to lay the groundwork for this so you guys understand the concept. But you can take this and move with it as far as you want. You know, there's just so many different options. Or alternatively, you can have different types of centers. So for example, you can have a rock type center where there's sort of like mountain climbing and, you know, rocky stuff around and boosted stone Pokemon spawns and that sort of a thing. You could even have a water facility with a lazy river. And the lazy river would be basically going around stops. So can you imagine how cool that would be? Sitting on an inner tube, going around on a lazy river, all the while you see a bunch of water spawns around you, and you can collect stops from the comforts of your inner tube going around on a lazy river. I mean, that is just phenomenal. Now, the thing that I don't understand is I think this is just the best idea I've ever thought of. I think this should 100% be implemented, but all the trainers I tell this to, they're not so excited about it, and that's confusing to me because literally, as I mentioned, this could benefit everybody, from the investor, from the disabled person, from the working class, from the casual player, and from the less fortunate, because guess what, guys? Not everybody has a tablet or a phone they can play on, and not everybody has service. So another thing I'm envisioning is that these places you would be able to actually rent. You'd be actually able to rent out tablets or phones, whatever your preference is, and also that they would have Wi-Fi service there. So even if you don't have service, or like me, if you have Sprint and it never works for you, you can just get hooked up to the Wi-Fi service and go there. So long story short, this, I believe, is an awesome, awesome idea. I believe that this is something that we really need, and from an investor standpoint, I think this is something that's really, really doable and extremely profitable. You know, you can also have food stands set up. You can make a lot of money on reselling food. You know, you buy a pack of hot dogs and sell one for $2 each. Bam, that's a really great profit. You can also make sponsorship deals with places like Pokemon Go centers, because obviously people going to a Pokemon Go indoor facility love Pokemon, so they want to buy a lot of merchandise that are Pokemon Go related. So, you know, that's as much as I have so far. And I just, like I said, I just want to lay the groundwork of this, and everybody else could elaborate on it. So what do you trainers think? Let me know in the comments. Would you like to see indoor facilities implemented, created to play Pokemon Go? Would you love to go to a facility to be able to play for an hour, to really maximize your efforts, that all that's there is spinning stops, gyms, awesome spawns, awesome AR photos? You know, maybe people in California too don't get it, but people in Chicago, we have some really bad winters here. And as I mentioned, it's really important to keep players interested in this game throughout the year. So this could just really help grow the game by giving us more motivation to play during the winter, to play during the rain. So, like I said, I think this is an awesome, awesome idea, and I would very much love to see this implemented. I think it could benefit everybody. Let me know what you think. Let me know what you think in the comment section. And hey, if you think this is a really, really good idea, blow it up. Blow up this video so that it gets seen by Niantic. Whew. So wow, that was really a mouthful. I hope you guys enjoyed that idea. If you're new to my channel, I always try and bring revolutionary, groundbreaking ideas like this to you. I've sort of shifted away from it being so much gameplay, because if you look at my channel, the videos that are all about gameplay get the least views. And as a new YouTuber that's trying to grow my channel, I'm really, really trying to bring you guys some really, really innovative ideas that you might not see somewhere else. So check out the rest of my channel if you're new to it. And if you're a longtime subscriber, thank you so much. I actually reached a milestone recently where my channel grew to 500 subscribers. So thank you so much, guys. 500 subscribers, that's awesome. I definitely plan on doing a giveaway very, very soon, just to thank you guys for watching my channel. Whew. So before I pass out, till next time, traders, hope you've enjoyed it.